2026. Still have some clouds out there. 40% chance of rain today, high 83. 60% chance of rain tomorrow, 85 the high. 70% chance on Friday, 83. And for Saturday and Sunday, 60% chance of rain both days. So just keep that umbrella handy. You'll never know when you're going to need it. Today, maybe similar to yesterday. We didn't get that much rain yesterday. Some areas did. I didn't see a lot of it. And maybe today we won't see a lot of it. We'll get a couple of days of a little bit of a break.
Maybe we will see a lot of it.
Maybe we'll.
Possible that we. Basically, what we're trying to say is we don't have a clue about the weather.
No idea.
There might be snow.
Yeah.
You know
Snow?
what? Yeah. No, it's possible.
I will tell you
Just
this.
throwing it out
It is humid out there, though.
Oh, my
That's the
God.
only thing. The stickiness is back.
For those of us who have difficulty breathing under the best of circumstances, today, bad day for me.
Yeah.
Bad day. But I'm muddling through. Sean, by the way, texted back and said they found out that he had smoked weed, or they heard that he smoked weed, and that was why the guy was following him around.
Oh. Well,
Apparently
that makes
he
a
wanted
lot
some.
more sense.
He wanted some weed. He was like, "Hey, I heard that guy has some weed.
Wow.
Let's talk to him about how I can get my hands on some." Yeah, boy. Brought a bunch of his stoner friends with him too. Look at that. What's he doing?
Follow him around.
It took a while, but the Democrats managed to finally delete their stupid Memorial Day post. You might recall that on Memorial Day, Democrats felt the need to try to politicize the war in Iran by pointing out only the 13 people who had died. Oh, we pay attention. We honor the American heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice in Trump's war with Iran. Look, you're supposed to actually honor all the people who made the ultimate sacrifice, not just the ones in the wars that you're trying to highlight and say, this is a stupid war and we shouldn't be doing it.
Absolutely.
They finally took it down and then put up something very generic. But, that's it. The thing is, it's difficult to take Democrats seriously, and I'm not going to bring it up on Memorial Day, and I wouldn't go down that road. Trump had no problem doing it, but it's difficult to take them seriously when they try to pretend to honor our fallen heroes when they've never found a war that they thought was really worth fighting. When you look at it and go, okay, well, are we going to there have been many, many people and many, many posts suggesting, well, here's how liberals would be posting if World War II were starting today, And
and you think, too, about the service members that lost their lives in the withdrawal of Afghanistan.
Absolutely.
I mean, the conservatives didn't come out and say, look who died under Biden's war, in Afghanistan. It's like, what do you mean? All these service members are precious to us, and their the ultimate sacrifice and service, that's what that day is for, instead of just pointing out 13. Again, I know that this is close to our hearts because it happened recently. And if we weren't in this war right now with Iran and Israel a part of it as well, think of what the Middle East would continue to look like. We would be maybe even closer to looking at Iran with a nuclear weapon. Yeah. What does that look like? I mean, beyond the 13 service members, talking about the entire Middle East, maybe eliminating everyone in Israel. And then next in line, we'd have to be watching out because, again, debt to America, debt to Israel, that's their goal. And so, a little bit of shame on the Democrats for doing this. And glad they took it down.
Well, and I'm tired of the hypocrisy, to be honest with you, because every single one of them over the course of the last multiple years have been like, we can't ever let Iran have a nuclear weapon. That's never possible.
They don't do anything about it.
Right.
This is the first president that's done something about it.
They'll pay lip service all day, and then when somebody finally goes, okay, well, let's go stop. Hey, what are you doing? I disagree with that. Oh, you're right. We should have just gone and asked them nicely. Or maybe given them more hundreds of billions of dollars. Here,
Thanks,
please don't build
Barack.
a nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works
well.
well.
That would work out. But then again, we shouldn't be surprised by the hypocrisy given the fact that, they talked about closing the border for years. You had Obama talking about it. You had Clinton talking about it. You talked about sending illegal immigrants back where they came from, that you're not supposed to be here if you're illegal. Suddenly it's like, there's nothing wrong with these people. They're our best friends. What are you talking about? We should be welcoming them with open arms, allowing them, let's give them free health care. You're like, where was all this under Obama and Clinton? Because I didn't hear any of this. All I heard was send them back and stop them from coming in. You guys all changed your minds all at the same time. Very strange. Jimmy Kimmel got all triggered after RFK Jr. blamed him for the collapse of liberal comedy.
Is he totally wrong?
There was a guy named Peter Gurnis. I read this piece that he wrote. It's a lie. It's just a piece of satire. But he says, I'm the senior vice president of late night strategy at CBS. I'm the person who turned a comedian into a priest and charged advertisers to watch the congregation. I want to be precise about what I built. Not a comedy show, a permission structure. And it goes on and on and on and on and on about how basically Jimmy Kimmel was giving permission to the American people to hate Donald Trump and to burn with a white-hot hatred toward him for all the wrong reasons, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So RFK Jr. quote tweets it and says, superb dissection of the shocking collapse of liberal comedy. This is the best explanation of how we've reached the nadir where late-night host Jimmy Kimmel can say, it's not my job to be funny. As this author shows, he was hired as a comedian, but he made himself a priest. Well, he misspelled nadir. It's supposed to be N-A-D-I-R. He spelled it N-A-D-E-R. And that's what Jimmy Kimmel picked on. It's nadir, you moron. Now go give people polio. Go back to giving people polio. Really, that's your response?
That's all he's got. Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Kimmel's not funny, hasn't been funny in forever. Stephen Colbert was not funny, hasn't been funny in forever. Jimmy Fallon makes it most of the time. And it's because he keeps it light and he keeps it fun and has, silly games and things that he plays with these so-called celebrities, most of whom I don't recognize, because they're way, way ahead of my time or beyond my time or whatever you call it. Like we said yesterday, I'm not accepting any new friends.
That's right.
I'm not accepting any new celebrities. I'm sorry. Timothy Chalamet is about as close as I get to, Sydney Sweeney. Anyway, what?
Hello.
Yeah. But yeah, that's sort of the situation. These late night shows are collapsing upon themselves.
Boy, I sure do hate it.
Yeah, what a shame. And look, I got two other stories here about Colbert.
Here's
that I'll just
what I say.
throw out there.
Go Greg Gutfeld. That's what I need to say.
Yeah. And Gutfeld certainly benefits from the fact that he's different from the others. He's also on at 9 rather than being on at 10.
Yeah.
Or 10:30 as the case may be. But the Donald Trump got Colbert fired narrative absolutely collapses under the numbers. And this is Joe Concha who put all these numbers together. He said the media being promoted by Legacy, or the narrative being promoted by Media Legacy and Democrats, ignore key numbers tied to the operations, staffing, and financial performance of The Late Show. He points out, as we have here multiple times, 200 staff members on this show. 200 staff members for a show that essentially involved a band and two people talking to each other over a desk. He had 22 staff writers for his monologue. 22.
That's a lot.
Especially since the monologues were so bad.
Yeah, they're really bad.
I know for a fact that Jay Leno had 14. I talked to Jimmy Brogan, who was his staff writer. He said, we had 7 guys who worked on the monologue and 7 guys who worked on the first desk piece. And that was what we did. And he said, we threw away 3 times as many jokes as we allowed in, which is why you had to have that many people. You just needed volume until you found the ones that you wanted, and then, tossed away the ones you didn't. So if Jay Leno, who was far more successful than Stephen Colbert ever was, could get by with 14 writers, why did Stephen Colbert need 22? And he very rarely did a funny desk piece. He would sometimes just do a rambling thing, what I saw. But anyway, so too many staffers to begin with. We know that there was like some $40 million lost every year. $40 million, good Lord. They were talking about, this thing made $59 million in 2023, the last, year that we have numbers for. Well, that's great. It brought in $59 million. How much did Stephen Colbert, who was making over $20 million, and 200 staffers cost?
Jeez. God.
And then you had to have the lights on in the studio, and you had to have union members running cameras.
And they make a profit. How in the world they do that?
They didn't. They lost $40 million.
That's why Colbert's been canned.
That's what you would say as you go down the road. Why aren't we making a profit? Well, if you're not making a profit, then you're going to go away. And that's exactly what happened.
By the way, there was one Republican that was invited on the show in the past 6 years. That Republican, Liz Cheney.
Mm.
15 is the number of times Bernie Sanders appeared as a guest on the show. 15. Bernie Sanders. You know him, Mr. Entertainment.
No, he's not Mr. Entertainment.
Stacey Abrams was on 4 times. You're like, really? She wasn't even elected to anything.
Mm-mm.
What are you doing?
Having fun.
What are you doing?
Just having fun with her.
No.
Hoping to get her elected.
Maybe.
And by any fair measure, Stephen Colbert's final episode bombed in the ratings. I know people are like, 6.74 million people. That was so many more than usual. Usually it's like 2.3. First, you have to understand, in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is the demo that they're really going for in late night TV, 18 to 49, fewer than 1 million people. Something like 800,000 people watched. That is an abysmal number for a late night TV show. He got 12% of the number of people that tuned in to watch Carson's last show. And before people say, well, there were fewer choices back then, there were still 100 cable channels. I had them. I mean, it was 1993, 94, I want to say. I mean, I was there, 92. I was there, and I watched his last show, and I had 100 cable channels available to me. So you can't tell me that there weren't that many choices. But if you flash forward and
I was about to say, if you want to compare it, let's
Yeah.
go to up to Letterman.
You can look at Letterman. Letterman actually got 13.8 million. His last episode was in 2015.
So more than twice as many.
Jay Leno's was in 2014, 14.6 million. Not only did you have more than 100 cable channels, you had streaming, you had internet, you had social media, you had YouTube, you had the iPhone. All of those things were available, and somehow these guys still got into the $14 and $15 million viewer pack there, and this guy could only manage 6.7 million. It was a disaster of a show, and now people are like, you need to boycott CBS because they fired Stephen Colbert.
No, I don't think you do.
I saw a headline
They
that
made the
said
right
that people
decision.
are going to boycott the NFL this fall on CBS because of Colbert. No, they're not.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
You want to know why? Because the average NFL game gets about what Letterman's finale did.
Yeah. It's the NFL. They're not going to stop watching that. I honestly and sincerely believe that if you could put on a good quality show that didn't have any political leanings and you could make it really funny on a nightly basis, and you did it at 10:30 like The Tonight Show and the Colbert Show were, there's no reason you couldn't garner 8 to 10 million viewers every night for that.
Yeah, but who's that person? That's the question.
Me. Did I not make that clear? I'm the person.
It's hard to find
They
that
should
person.
be hiring me
you know?
right now. I'm right here. I'm sitting
'Cause
right here, Valerie.
You can have all the writers in the world, some of the best writers in the
I'll
world.
take them. Bring
but
them
if
on.
you're not able to pull that off, and you're not likable, you have to be likable.
Yeah.
You have to be able to
Right.
do the jokes.
So I'm
not
I'm
talking
out of the
about
running.
you.
The likable
No, I'm not
thing, I'm
talking
right
about
out of the
But that's hard. I'm just thinking, who in the world is maybe even out on a comedy club circuit that would be right for this? And I don't know who that person is.
tough to say.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze is funny, but I don't know that he'd be good at the interviewing process. Shane Gillis is funny, but leans a little too dark in many ways. Those are some of the biggest names you got out there right now. Ryan Reynolds, if he ever decided he wanted to do a talk show, he could probably pull it off.
I'm not sure a major network would cover that.
And
Maybe
again,
not.
I don't think there's anything wrong with, and I think we've had comedians in the past that have done a pretty good job of it. You can still poke fun of the president or left Democrats and Republicans, do it in a lighthearted manner,
can.
not in a mean, like you just,
And you gotta
But
do it.
also be willing to be even-handed about it.
Right.
If you're going to
Be
make fun of one
even-handed.
side, be willing to make fun of
That's
the other.
right.
Got to go down the road. Got to go both sides.
Yep.
Liberals lost all sense of humor years ago. 9:20 with Dixon inviting Steve gets a turn. It's coming up next. 925 Dixon Dividing Talk 99.5 Talk 995.com. Without further ado, here's this guy.
It's Steve's turn.
So, a couple of things over the Memorial Day weekend in sports had a couple of records set. Now, for one of the most famous auto races on the planet, the Indy 500, the winner Felix Rosenqvist set not just one but two records. First was the gap he won by, not because it was the biggest gap in the 110-year history of the race, but because actually it was the smallest gap in the race's history. He bested David Malukas by a slim margin of 23/100ths of a second. Now, considering the fact that the pair were traveling north of 200 miles per hour when they hit that start-finish line, the gap is about 5 feet at 23/100ths of a second. Speaking about speed, then after he collected the win, drinking the customary milk in victory lane and such, Rosenqvist claimed the largest sum ever for winning an Indy 500, topping $4 million, and that's something that's only grown to keep up with other major races from around the world since Roger Penske's Penske Entertainment bought IndyCar from the legendary Holman George family a few years ago. But speed-wise, we often think, oh yeah, I could drive a race car. Try it. Think you could hit a baseball? How about this guy? We go from Indianapolis to Milwaukee, where on Memorial Day, Brewers pitcher Jacob Misiorowski helped his team claim a 5-1 win over the St. Louis Cardinals. What did Jacob do specifically that was such a big deal? He threw more pitches that hit at least 100 miles per hour in a 9-inning game than any other pitcher in Major League Baseball history ever has. Now, Major League Baseball only began tracking pitches over 100 miles per hour in 2008, so it is possible maybe somebody well in the past might have been able to do it, but we don't know, certainly not officially. But officially, Misiorowski hit or topped 100 miles per hour 57 times in the game and only allowed one hit, actually struck out a dozen Cardinals batters. Officially, of the 57 pitches, 40 of them stopped, I guess, for lack of a better term, at 101 miles per hour. 22 of them hit 102, and he had 9 pitches that clipped 103 on the radar gun. Now, for the record, the amount of time that it takes a 100-mile-per-hour pitch to get from the 60 feet from the pitching mound to home plate, less than 0.4 of a second. And that's what these batters had to deal with. They had to figure out whether or not they were going to try and swing in 0.4 of a second from the time the ball left the pitcher's hand to the point where they had to be able to make contact. Think you can hit a baseball? Good luck. This is why they get paid a whole boatload of money, because it takes a heck of a lot of talent to be able to match a bat with a ball that's going 100 miles per hour at you.
It also helps if you take a lot of swings every day. You know,
Don't hurt.
yeah, you can have the natural talent, the natural skill, but without honing it and practicing on a regular basis. This is why the best baseball players are taking that batting practice at an amazing clip. I mean, some of them are going deep into the night with the stadium lights on just because they can't swing that bat enough, man. The more you get used to it, the more it feels a little bit like breathing. You know, it just comes a little bit more easily to you. So some pretty good records right there, Steve. Very impressive. Very impressive. Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valladale Road next to Ragtime Cafe. If you have got a recent graduate in the fam and they would like a piece of jewelry, talking about 6th grade girls, 8th grade girls, maybe 10th, 11th, 12th grade girls, they might need some earrings. They might need a pendant, something like that. Guys could use a high-end watch, maybe a ring. They have all of that at Anthony & Company Jewelers, all at reasonable prices. And don't forget, coming up just about 2 weeks from now, it's Father's Day. Dad could probably use a high-end watch as well. Tell him that you really care about him by giving him something you know he's going to wear every single day and look at all the time. How cool is that? We'll get into what we call anniversary and engagement season in the next couple of weeks as well. Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valleydale Road, next to Ragtime Cafe, online at anthonycojewelers.com. Sam says, how dare you cut off Hocus Pocus by Focus? Well, the answer is very simple, Sam. We're a talk radio station.
Yeah,
You
that
can
has
hear-
a little something to do with it.
You could hear all of it or, most of it on another station, a music station maybe, but you're
Not
only going to
gonna
hear a
hear
small part of it
Just
here.
I don't know if anybody plays that in this town.
Probably not. Go buy the album.
I do.
I want to say the original version of this really old blues number. Robert Johnson, maybe? Could go all the way back to that. 936 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Let's see. Toby says, sounds like that person was disappointed because the music cut off before the yodeling.
Mm-hmm. I think we're okay without the yodeling, huh?
Yodeling is underrated.
It is underrated.
enjoy a
It's
good-
a real talent, isn't
I
it?
love a good yodel. There should be more
More
yodeling.
yodeling in music?
More yodeling in rock music, I say.
Yeah.
It would improve rock music exponentially if we could increase the amount of yodeling.
Mm-hmm. Maybe instead of hey now, he can start yodeling.
Wow. You don't want me to listen to any part of the show, do you?
Come on, Skippy.
Mm-hmm.
More
There's actually
yodel.
several versions, but the first version I can find is done by a blues artist by the name of Willie Dixon.
Little Willie Dixon.
Won't go.
Yeah.
Then Muddy Waters, and then Etta James did a version.
Etta James did a version of it. I have that version actually on my iPhone, and it's really good. But yeah, Little Willie Dixon, he was a harmonica player, if I recall correctly, and wouldn't be surprised if he had a hit with that thing. It was Chess Records, by the way. If you never get a chance to see it, it's a great movie called Cadillac Records. Adrian Brody plays the founder of Chess Records. Leonard something, can't think of the last name. He and his brother actually did it together, but his brother was sort of left out of this. Beyonce plays Etta James, by the way, and it shows how they built the whole thing as they worked their way up from nothing. You know, took some young talents, starting with B.B. King was one of the originals that they brought in, did a bunch of others, and eventually ended up with Chuck Berry, and Chuck Berry was basically toting the freight for everybody by that time. When I went to Chicago a few years ago with the Chubb Father, we stayed in a VRBO that was a block and a half away from Chess Records.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
I
That
was
is neat.
walking by, and I looked up and I went, "Is this the Chess Records? Am I like at the Chess Records? Really?" And it was closed because of COVID.
Oh, no.
They wouldn't let us take the tour. I
You're
was
going to have
like,
to go back.
"Yes, I want to go back and get shot."
Yeah, I was about to say, but it's Chicago, so
Maybe not. Maybe not. DrivewayWashing.com, 915-0646, especially if you are an apartment manager or if you are you had an HOA up or something of that nature. Cody would like to hear from you. He does pressure washing, of course, all over the place. Does it at your residence. He'll take care of your deck. He'll take care of your patio. He'll take care of your roof. He can clean out your gutters, do your siding, obviously the driveway. It's right there in the name, DrivewayWashing.com. Happy to do any and all of those things, give you a great estimate. You're going to like it, free estimate. And he can do the work in 3 to 4 hours generally, even while you're not there. He's only too happy to do the work for you. But here's the thing. He also does commercial stuff, industrial stuff. He's done protective stadium. He's done barbers. He's done various schools, a lot of restaurants. And he can do your apartment complex, your common areas at your HOA, 915-0646. You can call him at that number, or you can text him at that number, 915-0646, and talk to him and just give him an idea of what it is you're looking for. He can come by, give you an estimate. I think you're going to like it, and I know he does great work. So, DrivewayWashing.com, 915-0646, or online at DrivewayWashing.com. McCormick has 4 new limited edition seasonings. Now, you know me, I love my Pelletary seasonings, but they are, it's Italian, it's Cajun, it's Mexican, it's rubber butt, sweet rubber butt, Greek. I love the Greek. Use the Greek all the time. And then there's the standard and there's the bold, okay? So you got 8 seasonings out of Pelletaries? They're all great seasonings, don't get me wrong. But if you want something a little different, you want to go somewhere else and find something a little off the beaten path, you have to go look in some other places. And they've got some weird ones here. Are you ready for this?
Let's hear them.
The One Spice All-Purpose Seasoning.
Oh, so this may be the only thing you need the rest of your life?
Here's what's in
so
it.
they say.
Savory onion,
Uh-huh.
fried garlic,
Oh.
sesame,
Oh.
and tangerine.
Oh, that sounds really good.
I can hardly wait.
I could try that. Maybe
Well,
like on a
one.
piece of
Okay.
seafood? That might be really good on
It should be for
seafood.
everything. It's all-purpose, Valerie.
Yeah, but
It says all-purpose.
Okay.
Or
Maybe you'll love it so much you'll
Yeah.
use it on
am
everything.
I reading this wrong? Is it all porpoise? Maybe that's what they mean. King of the Meat seasoning, chili, cardamom, and zesty lime.
Mm.
Sanji's Bharati seasoning, onion, parsley, turmeric, Sauvignon Blanc wine,
Oh.
and lemon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you can get drunk off of it.
You could.
And Chopper's cotton candy finishing sugar,
Oh,
cotton candy and toasted marshmallow flavors.
I'm not sure about that. What does
Yeah.
that go on?
Apparently, it goes on top of a sweet treat of some kind.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Just makes it that much more sweet.
I'm going to draw the line at sesame and tangerine. You know, just sesame, it belongs in some things, but not in everything.
Like something Asian? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Are we stereotyping sesame?
Yes, I am.
I don't know that we should be doing that.
Well, you're welcome to your opinion, no matter how wrong and stupid it may be.
Sesame!
Open sesame.
That could go like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're doing like a stir-fried chicken and
Yes.
you want to put a
Absolutely.
little of that on there.
I'm
No,
all
that-
about it.
That last one, though, that just the
Chopper's
cotton
cotton
candy thing.
candy.
No good.
No,
A little too sweet.
cotton candy just doesn't do anything for
I
me.
hate cotton candy. Hate it. I've always hated it. Even as a kid, we'd go to the circus and everyone would be like, I gotta get some cotton candy. I'm like, ugh. It feels like to me, you know, you get all this wispy stuff,
Mhm.
and there should be something at the center of it. There should be a prize.
Like when, you know, you lick
Yeah.
the lollipop, the
The-
Tootsie
the
Pop,
Tootsie Pop.
there's the
there
treat in the middle.
should be something there.
Like what?
I don't.
Anything.
A new car.
A
There you
new
go.
car?
I'm just spitballing here.
Wow.
You get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car.
You get cotton candy. Instead, it's just a paper cone, and you're like, "What did I do that for?"
Maybe the cone should be edible, like the top part of it or
Ugh,
something.
like, it's already sweet
Like
enough.
it
Thank you very much.
candy, like taffy or
Make it out
something.
of
Waffle cone
make it-
instead of a sugar
Make it
cone.
out of
Yeah.
meat.
Oh,
Now you're
meat.
talking.
Meat
Yeah,
cone.
yeah.
So you eat the
Just
cotton
on
candy
cotton
to
candy.
get to
And then
what?
you
A
have
fillet?
then
There's
you
a
have
little
like a
fillet
beef
there.
stick
A beef
at
stick.
the bottom of it.
Oof. Mm. No.
That's different.
Oreo has new
What's wrong?
BTS cookies.
They
They're
have what?
purple, collectible, and expected to sell out fast. BTS being the Korean
The Korean
K-pop
pop
group.
kids,
yeah,
yeah.
the whole K-pop thing.
Now, is the-
So these are purple.
Is it flavored or is it just colored?
I do not know. It's sugar pancake flavor cream inspired by Korean hotyak.
Sugar pancake. flavor.
Yeah. It's a purple chocolate
purple?
wafers and a brown sugar pancake flavor cream inspired by Korean hotyak, whatever that is. I don't know.
No idea.
I don't want it.
I would like to try it.
All right,
If
you're
anybody
welcome.
sees it, we need a taste test.
All right, bring it on.
See if we can figure out a taste test. on
Valerie
that.
wants it.
I would like to try those.
Hey, May 28th is Burger Day. That's tomorrow. Did you know that?
I
I
did
did
not.
not.
Yeah. Steak and Shake is giving away a free double steak burger. Doesn't help us. We don't have one here anymore. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Hmm. There are other people apparently who are taking part, and I'll see if I can dig them up tomorrow and get you a list of who all is going to be doing something with the burgers on National Hamburger Day, supposedly concluding National Hamburger Month. Popeyes is launching a bold new chicken tender combo called the Tender Tower. Mhm.
Tower.
Tender
Okay.
Tower. It is loaded down, obviously, with tenders and fries. And then they have a bunch of dipping sauces.
Where's the tower? Are you
well,
building something with it?
well,
Yeah,
they
are they
actually-
actually building it into a tower?
Yes, they put them all together like pickup sticks. Your job is to go in and try to remove one of the tenders without
Without it
taking the other
falling?
ones over. Yeah,
Oh, so we
That's
could play
the whole-
Jenga with our chicken.
exactly. It's chicken Jenga.
Yay!
chicken.
Yeah. Signature Popeyes tenders at the core, curated sauces flight experience, fries as structural and flavor support, and
Okay.
rewards-based accessibilities. So there's your Popeyes Tender Tower.
So they're making a framework out of the fries. Gotcha.
I assume so, yes. French is launching a limited edition green mustard.
Were we
Is it-
asking for a green mustard?
Does it
Nobody.
taste different?
Nobody was asking for this.
Does
My
it still
guess is-
taste like yellow mustard?
I assume
It's just
so.
in a green bottle?
I think so. I think. Here's the thing: Minions and Monsters is coming out in theaters this summer, and so they're tying in
Oh,
with it.
yeah.
Minions are yellow, Monsters are green, so they're coming up with some green mustard that you can put on your stuff.
All righty.
Why would you want to do that? I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's a kid's thing right there, boys and girls.
Yep.
But the colored ketchup never took off. You know,
No, it didn't.
No, really
it
didn't.
did purple and green.
I
Something
still have
ketchup,
that
yeah.
pickled Heinz ketchup in the refrigerator.
Mm.
Realized I ran out of the regular stuff. That's all there was. And
Oh,
all
my.
the family went, what? Pickle juice in that. It's like, all right.
So
I'll
that
get
went
it
over
this
like a lead balloon,
Oh,
huh?
they didn't. Nobody wanted it. I was like, well, good. More for me. Thank you.
I love it. 2 new special edition treats coming from Little Debbie.
All right.
Just what we needed.
Sure.
How do we get more stuff? Fudge rounds, which is like kind of a brownie, a classic fudgy brownie.
Didn't they already have something like that?
I thought they did.
Maybe they discontinued it and now they're bringing it back?
Maybe they're just making it round.
No, I thought it was round. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
And s'mores muffins.
What?
Mm-hmm. S'mores mini muffins might be the quieter release. Plenty of shoppers seem to be excited about them because the flavor taps into the classic summer combination people already crave during warmer months. Each mini muffin includes chocolate and marshmallow flavored elements inspired by campfire desserts, giving the snack a softer and sweeter personality compared to the richer brownie option sitting beside it.
It's a snack. It doesn't have a personality.
Yeah, really. This is weird. This is like.
Does it have a mouthfeel?
That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I was
no,
about to say. Yeah,
mouthfeel.
why don't we start throwing out mouthfeel?
Does it have
and-
notes?
There's notes.
There's
There'll
notes
be
in
notes
it?
in there. And the protein craze has officially reached tinned fish.
Oh, please.
Wild-caught Atlantic cod is David's newest drop. That would be David, the surging protein bar brand. To fuel the protein craze, it's packing 18 grams of protein, 70 calories, and 0 grams of sugar. This might seem a little wild, pun intended. This stunt is very on brand. In fact, David announced its venture last year to begin selling frozen codfish. Now they're just taking their protein obsession into seafood territory in the most Gen Z-coded way possible. Tinned fish.
Gen Z can keep it.
We'll just
Steve
be
doesn't want any part of it.
over here enjoying our cotton candy flavored spicy.
And that'll be all you.
9:48 with Dixon and Vining. Dixon and Vining question of the day coming up next. 9:53 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. About to hand things off to Andrew McLean with the line. John Bird get his voice back, do you know?
That was interesting yesterday with all the AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty funny.
I preferred
Probably.
him. I
Huh?
preferred the AI voice.
Did you?
Yeah, much better.
All right, maybe he'll do it again today.
Could he have it sing for him as well? That'd be perfect.
Don't know.
When it comes to John Bird plays the guitar, it could be AI plays the guitar and sings, and John Bird just pushes some buttons.
You might not want to give him that idea. Just saying.
Let's take a look at some of the text we have received here. Scott says, even the flute outlasted yodeling in rock music. It's true. Sad but true.
Still used.
Ron says, my wife Lisa's birthday is tomorrow, turning 60. Well, Ron, text us tomorrow. Tell us about it, okay? We're not going to give her an early birthday. What is it, crazy? Just
A
have it
little
come
bit
through.
early. He's
It's
just
too
trying to get his
early.
order. He's getting his order in.
All right, well, we're not going to remember.
order in.
Are you going to remember it tomorrow? I'm not going to remember it, Ron. You better text us again tomorrow, and we will ignore you then as well.
I don't remember yesterday. What do you expect me to do tomorrow?
No. Tony says we're on day 88 of a war that Trump said on February 28th would be over in 60 days or less. Well, I guess it's time for an impeachment, isn't it, Tony? Betting on that. I missed portions of the show today. Did you mention the passing of Manny Fernandez, 78?
So sad.
Was anchored for the no-name defense for the Dolphins, winning the only perfect season in Super Bowl VII.
He was a great player.
Sacked Billy Kilmer and had 17 sacks against Washington and still didn't win MVP.
He should have.
You know, what's amazing to me is that those guys, those Dolphins, and many Steelers from the same era, they played some of the toughest football I remember seeing growing up, and they lived to be 79 and 80, you know? These guys, they were one step away from leather helmets, you know?
Yep.
And they were just beating themselves, throwing themselves into every play with wild abandon, and they're still making it to these ripe old ages. You look at it and go, those were some tough buggers, man.
Manny known for that beard with the long sideburns.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that? He's a big old guy.
Man,
really
oh, man.
was.
All right, let's do this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
Who was the biggest movie star of your youth? Biggest movie star of your youth. There's got to be a lot of answers here. What do you think, Steve-O?
I think it was kind of transitioning about the time I started to realize movies. I think it went from like Clint Eastwood into about Burt Reynolds starting in the mid to late 70s.
Remember the movie they did together?
Yeah, not the greatest.
It was horrible.
Yeah, what was that, City Heat?
City Heat. At some point, somebody said, well, we got two of the biggest movie stars ever in the history of humanity. We should get these two crazy kids together. What a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
What about you,
I'm
Hillary?
going to probably say Robert Redford because of The Sting.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of sticks in my mind.
He
And
was
he had
huge.
so many others.
That
You
would
know, all the
have been right about the
President's
same
Men.
time like Butch Cassidy and the
Yeah.
Sundance Kid and stuff like that.
That was a
Right.
few
So
years
yeah,
earlier.
that's a big one.
Yeah, very big. I'm going to say tail end of his career, but certainly some of the biggest movies that he made was Charlton Heston. He had some great
yeah.
stuff that was coming out. You know, think about Planet of the Apes. Everybody remembers him.
Oh, yeah.
Blew it up.
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green, fantastic. Loved that movie. Oh, Edward G. Robinson in his last role. So good. Some of the answers we received online. Bob Steele, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Arnold.
John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Sean Connery. Yeah, Connery and later Roger Moore were two huge ones because basically if a Bond movie was coming out, man, you were there. You
Highly anticipatory.
Elvis and Pat Boone, says Vicky.
Whoa, okay.
Damn, Vicky, you old. Michelle says Farrah Fawcett. Biggest movie star?
Movie star?
She was in The Burning Bat. Was that a TV
It was a
movie?
TV movie.
Okay.
She was in Logan's Run, which
Logan's
was
Run?
not a big
Fair.
hit.
Very small role in that,
Yeah,
as I
very
recall.
small role in it.
Can't remember what else she was in. I know she was on my wall.
Yeah, but that was more for Charlie's Angels than anything in the movie theater.
Spent a great number of years on my wall. Dean Jones, says Nathan.
Wow.
He watched a lot of Disney movies.
Apparently.
Anyway.
Yeah.
John Wayne, of course. W.C. Fields, George has. Youth, Burt Reynolds. Teens, Michael J. Fox, says James.
Yeah, I can see that.
Back to the Future. Some other good stuff. Sean Connery, teen years was the Brat Pack, says Tyson. I'm still in my youth. Speak for yourselves, says John. Clint
Well,
Eastwood,
who's the biggest
Good
star
way to
now?
look at
That's
it.
right.
Uh-huh.
Is it Brad Pitt? Tell us. We need to know. Let's see. Got a lot of John Waynes here. A lot of John Waynes. King Kong. He was the biggest.
Well, certainly in height.
Yeah. Well, Godzilla was bigger, wasn't he?
I don't know. Be close.
I think Godzilla was 400 feet or something crazy like that. A lot of Burt Reynolds as well. Harrison Ford.
Christy says Anthony Michael Hall.
I guess that's true.
Justin says Johnny Depp.
Is it all those
Johnny
80s
Depp.
movies? Johnny Depp, yeah. Tom Hanks. What about Tom Hanks?
I don't
You
see
want to say
that.
Tom Hanks?
Ricky said Charles Bronson.
Hey, listen, you kid. Get out of my face.
Death Wish fan.
Rudy Valentino, says James. Damn, James, you old. Christy McNichol, says Todd.
She had a couple of movies, but I still kind of think of her more from television than
Yeah,
film.
more TV.
Jan says Clark Gable and Betty Davis.
That'll do it.
Damn, Jan, you old. Dawn says Yvonne DiCarlo.
There's no wrong answers here, Richard.
Yes, there are.
You asked
Many
the
of these
question.
are wrong.
Be telling them they're old.
Carol says the only wood that doesn't float, Natalie Wood.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, she might not have said that. And my personal favorite, Grady comes in with this one, Bugs Bunny.
Ah.
Absolutely.
Still huge.
Yep.
Still
Love it.
absolutely
Always a star, forever a star.
huge. Transcends all time and space. That's it for us. We are out of here. Back tomorrow, dark another 6 a.m. Talking to them. Diggs Dividing. Bye now.